you guys really turned up. I also like seeing people like kind of hang out and talk and shit at halftime. Like that's kind of what I had envisioned for this show. You know, it hasn't happened until like today, so that's been pretty cool. And as soon as I start talking, you guys shut up. This is the best crowd we've ever had. Yeah. All right. Ken, go ahead and get that kiss cam going. Let's disgrace a CEO, baby.
Who's
Come on
divorced
now.
tomorrow?
You know, I love to see a cheater get fucked in public like that, but it's just so much better when it's a CEO getting publicly disgraced. God damn it, that was good.
It's a pretty rough way to find out that your wife's into Coldplay.
Hell yeah. Chris, boom-tis that one. Thank you. That was good. Yeah, that was my favorite. I love when we have a collective moment as a society. I feel like we don't have those as much now because there's just too much shit on the internet. But when like the Philly fanatic is like reenacting a thing, that's how you know it's made it all the way in. Like, we all know what I'm talking about now. I fucking love that.
It's just that most of them now are based on someone's lives being ruined.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, fuck his life.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit about that dude's life. Fuck that dude. Look, if you're a CEO of a company, a large company, you're a bad person. That is true. That's just true. I wish it wasn't, but it is. And you can be like, no, there's fucking not, dude. You can be a small business owner and be fine. But if you're like the CEO of a company, are there any CEOs here? You don't want to let me know, bitch. I'll beat the shit out of you. Fuck you, dude. Hey, speaking of CEOs...
You're the CEO of Honky Talkin.
That's right. We'll get to that. I've got all kinds of business stuff to talk about. Hey, speaking of CEOs, it seems like the former CEO of Trump Steaks is still in some hot water over all this Epstein nonsense. I know you guys are watching the news about that. I thought we were over this. You're trying to tell me that the President of the United States, a man who's been convicted of 34 felonies, a man who's had at least 25 women come out and say that he raped or sexually assaulted them, a man who's on film dancing with Jeff Epstein at a party, you're telling me he's on the client list? Make it make sense, you know? That's bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit, dude. It's a fucking witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. I think that, like... you know Monty Python, the Holy Grail, the Black Knight, who's just getting his arms cut off? Like, that is every Trump supporter right now. Like, your arm's off. No, it isn't. Like, you're fucked. But I do see, like, right now, I'm finally seeing a lot of Trumpers, like, jumping ship. So congratulations to the Trumpers who are getting out of the cult right now. I think that's important. They waited for the ship to like crash land at the very bottom of the ocean and they're like, something's not right. But whatever, fuck it. Like, hell yeah, get out of there, brother. I love that for you.
Hey, be careful, we're working on a merger and I don't want you to get Stephen Colbert.
That's I'm going right there, dude. And I was gonna say, I need to be careful about what I say about Trump now, I think, if I ever wanna be a real talk show host, because apparently, we've all seen the Colbert News, and he was fired. Some people are saying that this is political because of this, like, Paramount $16 million lawsuit payout. So I checked into this because I was interested in the facts. So here's what I found. So Donald Trump sued 60 Minutes for telling the truth about him on television. They're not supposed to do that. And The Late Show and 60 Minutes are both CBS shows, which, of course, CBS merged with Viacom in 2019, forming Viacom CBS, which rebranded to Paramount Global in 2022, which is, of course, controlled by National Amusements, which is soon set to merge with Skydance Media. So that's all the stuff we already know. We all knew that, right? And then the Skydance merger with National Amusements is currently awaiting approval from the Trump administration because it's a very large merger of these two giant corporations. So Paramount settled the suit for $16 million, and at the same time they fired Stephen Colbert, which some are saying theoretically sweetens the pot for Trump to push through their mega corporate merger. Does that sound like a bribe to you guys? Just sounds like how you make a late night show to me. That's just how you do late night shows. We have pretty much the same shit going on here. Like, my parent company is technically the Whirling Tiger, which is owned by Mark Evans, and I have his Paramount Plus password. So, same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. Every time I talk shit about Mark, he gets us shittier hot dogs. Strictly business. This is how business works. You guys don't know.
So you're the reason I got kicked off when I was trying to watch Transformers the other night?
That's right. I made my own profile on there, and I've been watching Landman, which I don't recommend. I've been watching Star Trek on there. That's the reason to get Paramount Plus. All right, let's move on. Did anyone go to Bash at the Bar this weekend? Yeah. 0 people. Fuck. Yes! Hell yeah! Well, Bash at the Bar was dumb and great. The band and I played way more butt rock songs. Was anyone here last week? Yeah, okay, then you missed nothing. I was naked again. That was all that Bash at the Bar. 90s Tim McGraw? No, dude, that's just pure country music, brother. That's good shit.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, all pop country. Now, I don't want butt to be a derogatory term here, because butt rock fucks. Let's be real.
Oh, I
butt
wasn't
rock
saying anything
fucks
bad
because
about
none of the
Morgan
guys who made it have ever fucked. They're totally. Scott Stapp has not fucked, ma'am. Scott Stapp doesn't know where to put it. Scott Stapp finger banged once, and he is still bragging about it. No, because he's religious
tell me
too.
This
I
guy
don't think
didn't
he
get
is.
laid?
That guy fucks, probably. Okay. Anyway, speaking of music, tonight is the TRL special, so I need you guys to come up with some requests right now. And like I said, we've been playing a lot of butt rock, so I would like to play some country songs. Creed, we did Creed last week, lady. You weren't here. God.
Britney Spears.
Now, okay, think about this. We need to keep it. We've got 4 people here. I heard Black Sabbath. We'll do a Black Sabbath song. John Prine, okay, that's good. I like that. I heard Janis Joplin. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, specifically. Weird Al, are you all right? Welcome to Honky Talkin. Are you okay? No, I can tell. I heard George Strait. I heard Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Ray LaMontagne, we did that for you once. You have to pay us this time if we're doing that again. Yeah, Ozzy just died, so we should do that. I was thinking, I want to pull out a funeral song for Ozzy, and I have one in mind that I might just make the band do, whether you guys request it or not. There are some really good funeral country songs. I've been thinking about doing a whole set of funeral country songs. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain is a good one. All right, Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. I like that. We'll take that into account. All right, well, we're going to get to that soon, but right now, I've got a couple of ads to read for us, and then we're going to get this show back on the road with Matt Weir. Are you guys having a good time? It's been a great show already tonight. All right. Here we go. Let's get it all together now. Let me get my shit together. Chill out. Hey, chill out, y'all. I keep trying. Where is that fucking thing? All right. All right, we'll talk about the rest of the music stuff here shortly. Okay, here we go, friends. Friends, it is the middle of summertime, which means the Gables has already come and gone. Some of you know what that means. But Junior Gables is right around the corner. That's right. It's time to get out those calendars and cancel everything for TLWG's 3rd annual American Turners Pool Party on August 23rd. And we've got a really special one lined up this year. As you all know, our bandmate and bestie Rhodey has his own band, which is absolutely incredible. They're really fucking shit up right now out there, and they're releasing their latest album this month, so we're combining all our forces into one mega event. I present to you TLWG's 3rd annual American Turners Pool Party, a.k.a. Junior Gables presents Rhodey on the River. Yeah. It's the best title I've ever had for anything in my life. All right, again, this pool party is August 23rd at Turner's. Doors are at 7, show starts at 8. The pool party goes until late. The boys and I are going to kick it off with some Honky Talkin. Then Rhodey's going to get weird as hell, and we're all going to transcend time and space in some really freaky ways. I keep saying this, hoping that people are picking up on what I'm putting down. You know what I mean? Rhodey's playing. It's a jam band. It's out on the river. It's by a pool. We're doing drugs. It's only $20, so it won't break your bank like the Golden Gables did. We're all still reeling from that financially. We also promise not to make you listen to the bands in an abandoned pizza place unless you really want that. We'll do it next year, but this year we're just gonna be under the awning. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's always super fun, so don't miss it. Don't worry about buying advance tickets. Buy them at the door, like the good Lord intended. That's August 23rd. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's July, which means car dealerships are running Christmas in July ad campaigns, and there's never been a better way to market a party than by tying your event to existing, highly recognizable, annually recurring advertising slogans. That's why Mrs. Claus and the Stocking Stuffers will be at Zanzibar this Sunday. Because it's Christmas in July, bitch. That's the only reason that we think, okay, let's do Christmas in July. It's just a car thing. Oh, I do have some Christmas sounds for us, too. What's that? Okay. Take care of that, motherfucker. All right, Mrs. Claus and the Stocking Stuffers are a local Christmas band here in town. They're the sneaky little elves behind Louisville's chapter of SantaCon, which happens every December. If you guys haven't done that, that is a party that you have to get in on. However, this year, they want to spread a little extra cheer, and I am all for it. You guys should know by now, I'm a big Christmas guy, and I've been one of the Stocking Stuffers. I've been in this band I think all these guys are currently Stocking Stuffers. Is that right? So it's this band right here. It's a great band, and it's going to be super fun. Yeah, you guys are all still stuffing. Great. I'll be there with these guys this Sunday as the guest MC, so I'm going to play a couple songs with the band. Then they'll play some other fun Christmas classics, and then we're doing Christmas-themed karaoke after the band plays. It's going to be a blast if you're into Christmas. If you're not, fuck off and eat shit. Is there anything? Yeah, bah humbug. That's probably. Is there anything I missed, Chris? Is that everything?
There's gonna be just a lot of sex in the party. I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
We're doing drugs. That's this Sunday at Zanzibar. It's gonna be a good time.
Hey, that poster says kids 12 and under can come for free, so you guys need to chill out.
The kids aren't doing drugs. They're not telling us what drugs they're doing. All right, let's get this show on the road. Are you guys ready for our next guest? Are you ready for Yes? Okay. All right, friends, our next guest is a sculptor whose work is displayed all over Kentucky and in multiple states across this region. He has works and exhibits at 21C Museum Hotel, Kentucky Museum of Art and Craft, Actors Theater of Louisville, the Kinsey Institute, Swanson Reed Contemporary, Evansville Museum of Art. There are so many places where his art is displayed, and it's fucking awesome. I can't even tell you about all of it. He's got stuff at Bernheim Forest, as well as a bronze statue of Will Oldham in front of the LaGrange County Courthouse in Oldham County. I think that he snuck that in. I don't know how that happened. I can't wait to talk to him about some of this incredible work. Give it up for Matt Weir, everybody. Come on up, Matt. Give it up for the Wolfmen one more time. They're just winging it. Hey, man.
Hey,
Welcome
man.
to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So we chatted back and forth a little bit. I emailed you and I was like, hey, I'd love to have you on the show. And you agreed to it. And then we talked a little bit further. And then at some point you were like, so I just saw what I'm getting myself into. What the fuck is this? But it worked out nice because tonight is a very chill episode of the show. I'm fully clothed. All these guys are fully clothed. Things are good.
Yeah, that was a hard slap.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
You have no idea. Like,
It looked like you were cowering.
I was. I involuntarily. I'm telling you, I was this close to shitting my pants or puking, or both. Like it was wild.
Fear all over you.
I was so nervous. All right, so I'm just gonna put this up in the background here. This is just your website. We'll dig through that in a little bit. But first, I want to talk to you about where you're from and how you got into art in general. Like, did that happen when you were a child? Were you making things as a young man? Tell me your journey there.
All that. I mean, I'm very local. Grew up here in Louisville.
Yeah.
Family lived on Taylorsville Road. Moved over to Saratoga, which is behind Bellarmine College, around Joe Creasy Woods.
Cool.
And grew up playing with dirt and sticks and rocks and shit in the
Yeah.
woods, and that's like I'm jumping so far ahead, but Heather and I, Heather Summers, my partner, and Francis's mom, we have a 2-year-old.
Heather Summers is a phenomenal musician in town. We've done a bunch of stuff with Heather. Did you guys know that this is Heather's partner? They didn't know. They don't know shit, man. So anywho, you and Heather.
I'm just thinking about my childhood growing up with like sticks and rocks and trapping water from a heavy storm. Or
Yeah, like
something
building dams
Building
and
dams,
stuff
that's
in the
best
creek.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And our son now doing that kind of thing. So that's what I did, and that sort of accumulated into I was creative and always making shit, drawing. My parents were both really encouraging. We had a lot of craft books around. I remember making paper mache masks, like these African tribal masks in grade school and things. And just like anything, you get patted on the back and rewarded by good job, looks good, or an A+ on the back of your mask, and just
Yeah.
like, okay,
I think I'm good at this.
I'm good at this. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like whenever we talk about art, we like the phrase arts and crafts, makes you think of like sticks and glue and stuff like that, where it's like just like stuff for kids. But what you do is a craft. Like when you're building things, you have to kind of know how things work, I guess. So you went to school for art? Did you like?
I did. I went to UK in Lexington for a year, chasing sculpture, and immediately,
I tripped.
Yeah, immediately started a sculpture major. I didn't like what they were doing. It's like heavy metal fabrication, like welding and grinding, which is great, but it's not what I was interested in doing because I was already carving stone. And so I came back here to U of L, and they did not have a sculpture department.
Okay. Hell yeah, brother.
And so I was the only sculpture major when I got here. And because of other friends that are also doing sculpture work here in Louisville, Mike Ratterman, Raymond Graff, to name a few, they introduced me to who they knew, and I started working in artist studios around town. So it was like this kind of old world apprenticeship thing. So I worked for Craig Caviar. He's a blacksmith. He's still on Frankfurt Avenue. Paul Fields, who's dead now, but he was a stone carver, and he did bronze casting and wood carving. And then I got a job at Bright Foundry, which used to be over there, and I worked there for about 15 years, off and on, like in and out. When I had a project that I was able to do, I was away. It was kind of an open revolving door, which was great. And so I just gave myself lots of tools, and that's what I tell to people that I get to talk to now, who are young and wanting to make something. Just like learn as much as you can. Gain tools to kind of diversify your language.
Now, when you say tools, do you mean like chisels? Or are you talking
that
about
too?
That too, but also like tools
Just
as in
capability.
skills and
Experience.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things that like sculpture to me is such an ancient art form, but I don't know any other sculptors. Like I know plenty of visual artists who paint and things like that, but sculpting does seem like one of those things that the entry point is not as accessible. Like you gotta really want to figure that out. And it seems like you kind of did.
Yeah, no, I did. I was fortunate enough to gain access. The Bright Foundry, which was and still is in another format, a bronze casting sculpture foundry. And so it utilizes the lost wax casting process, which is what Will's made out of, the brown statue in the Grange. And it's a 7,000-year-old process that was, kind of engineered in the sands of Africa. And we still use exactly that method to cast bronze objects.
Can you walk me through that? Because I'm, like, terribly interested.
Yeah.
I don't care if they think this is boring.
No.
By the way.
It is interesting. It's very old. It's very hands-on. It's an engineering process. It's a metallurgical process. So it's like, and you're pouring molten metal, which is awesome. And so that's what we do at this place that I now am fortunate enough to co-own. It's on Portland Avenue. It's called Falls Art Foundry. Falls goes right on the backside of the Falls of the Ohio.
Yeah.
And so we pour 2,000-degree molten metal, and our clients are Ed Hamilton and just all these artists from around the region that come there. But you could be too, and so could you. You just got to squish something into wax and say, I want this to be bronze.
And that's all I need to do.
There
you make
more.
It sound so easy. Yeah, there must be more.
Okay, so I'll give you the quick, rundown. If I wanted to make this mug bronze, I would need to put a mold on it. I need it to be in wax.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put a mold on it, and because of the shape of it, I think I could get away with a sand mold. But usually we do rubber molds with a plaster backing, and the plaster backing is called a mother mold. The rubber mold is flexible, and I would mix it up. It's like a two-part thing, and paint it on until it builds up enough of a thickness. And as you can see, the rubber would go in here and around here and kind of over this little lip and things like that. The plaster, and then this would be like a two-part mold, which is the basic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably already going into way too much
No, I
detail.
love it.
So you're going to make your mold, and then you're going to demold this. So you get the mold off of this thing. You have to have some sort of access into this space, because it's all about positive and negative shape. So this is a positive shape, positive material.
Yeah.
Make a mold of it.
And create a negative. After you pull the mold off.
Of what you want to create another positive afterwards, and then you make another negative, and then you make it positive again.
So if I go down there to the foundry, you guys are just slinging fucking molten metal around all the time? This sounds awesome.
It is awesome. It totally is.
That's so cool.
We don't pour, every day. It's like every other week or so. But I mean, some of the, metal pours are, they're all awesome. It's 2,000 degrees of molten metal. It's glowing orange. It's hot, and it's like a theatrical performance. There's 4 or 5 people typically, maneuvering this glowing pot of molten metal. And we'll usually pour about 350, 400 pounds of metal at a time in various different things, because we'll typically have various different artworks from various different artists that are our clients that we're making their thing.
Yeah.
And so it's all in this kind of caged environment. And we pour metal into each one of those cups and molds and shapes. And it's very
so
cool. So
and then your finished product. So let's look at some of your work here. The finished product, specifically in bronze, the one that we were talking about earlier would be the Will Oldham statue. Check this out. So this Will Oldham is dressed like a, I guess here we go. He's dressed like a colonist, and if you don't know who he is, this is in front of the courthouse in Oldham County, right? So if you don't know who he is, this is just some colonist, but we know it's a lunatic in here, this crazy person that we all know and love.
And that is really kind of what made that okay for me. You know, it's like otherwise it's like I'm getting paid and that's okay. But Will being like, yeah, I'll pose for you. And so we went to Locust Grove and we borrowed all of that clothing that he's wearing.
Oh, so he
Oh, for
posed
sure.
in these clothes.
So he posed and I took a million pictures of him and I sculpted every fucking wrinkle. And then, you know, got him into the studio. I made a life cast of his face, which was kind of a traumatic story. We almost,
see that life cast.
became not friends at that moment.
He doesn't, like, the look on his face is not one of, like, happiness, I would say.
Yeah. I'll tell you the story. It was me and Scott Boyer, who I co-owned the Foundry with. And so there's me and Will.
Yeah, there you guys are hanging out.
And so we were doing a life cast on Will's face, which is this kind of alginate, it's a seaweed-based mold-making material. So you can put it on your skin and remove it, and everything's okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, Scott and I were both kind of out of style with life casting. And we were using this, like, lanolin cream material, and it was pretty weird, and hadn't done this in a while, and so I put it all over Will's face, and he was just gooped.
Yeah.
And he's like, "So what's the process for removing this shit?" And I was just like, I don't know, like a paper towel or something. You know,
You're like,
I don't remember. I
You're
don't
like,
know.
well,
And it was like he was about ready to leave,
Oh yeah.
fully gooped.
He was ready to
And
just
I was
get
like,
the hell out.
fuck. And so I sat down and I just gooped myself. And I got me to the same level of shit on your face. So I was like, okay, you know, now I'm here with you. You know, we're going to figure this
you're
out.
like,
I
"Look,
want this
man,
off of my face too.
We're in this together.
Yeah.
I know you're going through it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also going through
So
it.
that first session, I was like, okay, Scott, do me. You know, Will's done. He's going to wipe up and hang out and watch. And that's what we did.
So did you get a cast of yourself out of it too?
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Now,
great.
which courthouse are you going to put yourself in front of? Is the question.
Decided, yeah.
Now, you don't only work with bronze, you work with some other mediums, and it looks like you do a lot with stone, and you have a lot of things that end up in, like, public spaces. Are there any of those in particular you wanted to show me? Like, I think that, the one that's on the main page here, this looks really cool to me.
Yeah.
Tell me about this piece.
So that's in at Bernheim Arboretum, just down 65. It's about 200,000 pounds of Indiana limestone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Earth Measure, and it's in honor of Barry Bingham Jr., who was a Courier Journal. The Bingham family kind of owned the Courier and WHAS and radio and TV. He was also personally a photographer, mostly so kind of in an environmental sense, and all in all seemed like really good guys. So what I did with this whole concept is I kind of married what I found on top of all of the buildings that he was involved with, and those were big satellite dishes. So these satellite dishes are communicating through radio waves with the rest of the world. You know, it's news broadcasting. But a satellite dish is a really unique shape, and you can do a lot with it. If it's high polished and reflective, you could, focus the sun's rays and boil shit, set shit on fire.
Yeah.
If it's smooth and hard, you can reflect sound. So that's what this is.
So this reflects sound.
It's a sound reflecting dish. And there's 3 of them on that big triangular thing, which is about 12 feet tall and 12 feet wide and deep. And so it's like this triangulation of the acoustic ecology or just sounds that are at Bernheim. From 3
Interesting.
so each dish is facing out into infinity, and bringing back that audio.
Oh yeah, you can clap. Yeah, it's amazing. So if you're standing in certain spots, you can hear
just lots of stuff.
just the nature around you is amplified.
People talking. Yeah, it's really cool.
I love interactive pieces like that really, like, you kind of, like, this is beautiful to look at, but when you go and experience a thing like that,
It's a lot of fun. It's really
That's
dynamic.
super cool. Now, does Bernheim Forest just tell you, hey, we want something awesome?
No.
Because give me that job, you know? That sounds awesome. How do you go about doing a project
if someone who
like
wanted
that?
to honor their dear friend, and so that's cool, that presence piece.
Yeah, let's look at that one.
Yeah. And so I took a long time to figure out what would be a good answer to their request to honor their friend, Barry Bingham Jr. So this is like very just available information that I kind of tweaked and edited a little bit. So that's a 24-hour. Okay, so the overall this is like one of those kind of you are here landmark signs. Like, is there another picture of?
Yeah, I feel like I should
Just
eat a
to show
gummy
what
for
it-
this
the-
one before
what
we
the
get
thing looks
started.
like.
Things are
Yeah.
gonna change for us.
So that's 24-hour metaphoric clock of planet Earth, and it starts at 0 and swings all the way around to like 24 hours. And you can almost, the band can probably read some of the details. Like there's prokaryotes and eukaryotes and multicellular organisms and all that shit. It's all color coded.
Yeah, so this is almost like a circular timeline,
Yeah. And then
representative of a clock, but also of the timeline of Earth.
of Earth and everything on it. And so we are that last little kind of decimal right before midnight, and that's where we kind of come into the scene. And then the backside of it is pretty cool too.
Let's get
and I
to
worked
the
with this
backside.
paleogeographic map maker out of Arizona, and I just so the whole project is really just kind of like a curation of good ideas that I felt like needed to be planted in the middle of a place. You know, so it's downtown on like 4th and Market. I think.
So this lives downtown here in town.
Yeah.
Man,
So
one
that's the breakup of the last supercontinent Pangea, starting like 240 million years ago to today, or to 20 million years ago, or something like that. Millions of years of evolution in space and
of the Earth,
operation.
which, you know, this is all not true because I read the Bible, but
None of that's true.
it's incredible. One of my favorite things is finding public artwork when I'm traveling or in town. Like, I feel like, you know, public art in public spaces like what you do is very cool, and it's important, and it's one of those things that, you know, will go away in the next few years, most likely, I assume.
Yeah. It can be good. It can also suck, and so that's like the job.
It can suck.
Yeah,
that
it
is
can totally
true.
suck, and I could really make something that really sucks, and I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
That's what I live through. It's like that's the fear. So go to that tiger because your show's the tiger show.
That is true. We
Yeah.
are at the Whirling Tiger,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make
So
them
that-
pay me for
That
this.
was the beginning of my fear about making something that would suck or not suck.
I don't think this sucks, brother. This is so cool.
No, it turned out okay. It turned out fine. It could still, use some work, but so that was something that I went to Sanix High School, and after I graduated and was working at the foundry and had a very simple working idea of the Lost Rex casting process, and I knew other sculptors that made shit, and they could do it, and I was like, fuck this. I'm broke. I was living right behind Nockbar before Nockbar was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that must
So
have
it's
been
like a Krieger,
20-ish years ago.
Krieger and Ellison, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was desperate and broke, but I had this to make me money if I could sell it.
Yeah.
And so I sent.
So you had this tiger in your living room.
No, yeah, no. It did after I got the job, not
Yeah.
at this scale. So I sent a letter to the president of Sanix High School. It's like you should hire me to make this.
Yeah.
And I convinced him of that over like 8 months. I didn't know that they were building this big stadium, and it got out that him and I were talking, and he started kind of showing around a model that I'd made for him. And someone was like, "Oh, let's do that. That'd be great."
Yeah.
So it worked out. But then I had to figure out what a tiger looked like, and I had no idea. It was just like, if you had
So then you
if
go
had a
around to all
ball
your
of
friends and you're like,
clay-
have you seen a tiger?
Yeah. Even if you look at it, it's just like, all right, well, fuck, I still got this clay, and it does not goddamn look like a tiger. And you beat the shit out of the clay until it does. And it, like, I have got pictures of that tiger that make me sweat. You know, that, like, it's
Yeah.
so fucking bad. And it's like, that was almost it. It's like, you know, the sculpture pieces that you see that go viral.
Yeah.
It's like what's the bust of that one soccer player.
Oh,
it's like,
sure.
you know,
I
just
recall.
all the weird shit that's out there.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I wanted to not be on that list, and so I was like really sweating because I had never made anything realistic in my entire life at that point.
I mean, I think you fully nailed that piece. How many hours go into a thing like this?
No
That's got to be
idea.
countless,
It was
right?
it was
like,
a year of work, but it was like all of it, like every bit.
that is so wild.
So and that's like really big too. It's like, I mean, I don't know how big it is. It's like 1,000 pounds of metal, but the tiger is like at least twice life size. It's just a humongous, like it bit off
Incredible.
so much, and barely got through it, but did, and so now I get to be on your show.
Hell yeah, I love that. Now, you have so many people. Did you send me the pictures, or did we forget?
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull them up. Fuck it, these people don't care. I'll go into my email real quick
That's our email.
if I can find it. No, it's not there. No, it's not there. All right, well, I don't think I can pull it up, but you did. You sent me this video. Well, actually, just tell us about that piece real quick. I don't have a picture of it, but I want to talk about it because is it relatively new?
Yeah, I just finished it last month or something like that.
Can I
It's by-
Google it? Is it Googleable?
I don't know. Go
Oh.
Earth and Spirit Center, like my name, maybe. So it's
Okay.
at the Earth and Spirit Center, which is behind St. Agnes on Barchan Road. Newburgh. And it's this kind of it's through LVA, so Louisville Visual Art Association, commissioned me to do this.
Well,
And,
there you are, and you look great.
Oh.
I don't think we're gonna find it, but that's okay. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell us about it,
And
and then we'll watch this video.
right. It's this really cool piece. It's a lot like the Bernheim piece, but smaller. And it's just a bench, a very personal seat. So it's this wide, and it's the same kind of acoustic effects that Bernheim has, but on a much smaller, kind of in a much smaller way, down in the woods. And
where
I
is
stacked up. It's the Earth and Spirit Center, which is behind St. Agnes's Church on Newburgh Road.
Okay.
It's like Earth and Spirit Center is a pretty cool place. Heather and I took a meditation class there that COVID interrupted, and we were really getting into it. Talk about it still. Want to get back into doing meditation, but they offer that stuff, and it's a retreat center for kids and other things as well.
Cool. So
Pretty-
you can
pretty cool.
go
It's cool enough,
experience that in that
It-
setting that's already very peaceful and
Yeah, it's in the woods, down the hill behind it. It's open. You know, it's just woods. You can go anytime you want. You don't have to like walk through a building or talk to anyone. You can just park and go down in there, and it's a pretty cool thing.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Now, you sent me this video. Tell me about this one real quick. Because this is one that I looked at this when I was on the right amount of drugs, and it got me going. You know,
Yeah.
I went out there into space with my brain a little bit. So this one also has some music which I don't have hooked up. We can
That's
kind
alright.
of hear, but that music is from
It's sent you
from
by a
Heather,
thing to
right?
the Flava Bird, by the way, if that helps.
Oh, okay,
But
I'll
yeah,
pull
yeah.
that
It's
up.
we don't have to. You don't have to. So this thing's cool. It's something that I've not really been able to make, but did design like 20 years ago.
So
And
this is conceptualized, but it's not been.
I don't really. I have 3D printed forms of it on a small scale, but I want to make this substantially big. I mean, as you kind of see in this video, just because I think it really speaks a lot to just sort of where we are as a species, and it kind of, is something that I think about in the same conversation with that that sign
Yeah.
sculpture that we looked at.
Pangea.
Yeah,
model.
Pangea, and like our kind of coming into the scene at the last second and fucking it all up, and back into the dirt we go. So it's sort of like that.
Yeah.
So we're
I-
living in a moment this to me is like a timepiece. So it's like we are kind of, I mean, you can see the sculpture, it's all there.
Yeah.
So it's this rise and fall kind of epic transition. And I just, my big question is like, where are we on this? If this is like geological time scale.
Mm-hmm. With a beginning and end, where are we in the middle of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at one part, it's like the figure, I'll kind of describe it, and you'll see it, but.
Here, you want me to go ahead and hit play?
Sure.
Okay.
At one part, the figure has got arms at his side, it's a man with fist clenched. And it goes over this arch, and the transition is just that. The arm swings out. It's kind of like what happens in, through the centrifugal force of a roller coaster. You're like, all your shit goes that way.
Yeah.
But it's just one hand.
And that shape that you superimposed over top of that, what is that shape?
It's the
that we're
like
seeing
golden
again
ratio, and I kind of did that because to me the artwork is like ultimately this rise and fall kind of failure thing, but I wanted it to be pleasing, and so I was like, well, if I kind of use the golden ratio, that'll help it be attractive.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the other reason.
And my favorite part about this is when you know what it is, you know what it is. But when you don't, it's just this, this beautiful arch.
Yeah.
But you don't see the man.
You don't see the guy. Yeah. So you got to kind of figure it out, and you probably will, but it doesn't matter. It's just a shape.
Yeah.
And I think it's. I don't know.
I love it.
It's cool.
Like
I like
said,
it. It's something that I do want to make. I would like to make it as like tall as me, and now we could kind of sort of get into the details. It's like, okay, well, what do you make it out of? And all that's expensive, and especially because it's like a really technical artwork, and that was the trouble of making it. Like, so I didn't want to try to carve it out of stone, and I could sculpt it out of clay and put a mold on it, but all of that has like real big. That's expensive work. For me to like go at it at my own, and I'm still just surviving as an artist, so I'm not like a rich artist, I'm just an artist, and so that's still that. So to do this big thing is still like, well,
we need someone with money to give it to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Any of you, they're poor. These people are poor.
Fucking
We
hippies.
gotta get rich people to this show somehow. Well, I hope so greatly that you get to make that, and that it gets to live somewhere here in town, because like I said, I think that those public art works that are good are important, and I really appreciate you making those things. So hopefully that project gets going soon. Now, I asked you on, Wednesday or Thursday maybe, I said, you are coming on the show. You make things, if you want to make me something for the show, you can. And you said, sure. So you brought something here, and I really want to know what's in the bag. What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box? If it's a severed head, I will not be upset.
You fucking idiot. What was that? Is that
It's straw.
UHF? Is that the...
Yeah, I think UHF with Weird Al.
With Weird Al and
Yeah.
Kramer.
Oh yeah, with Kramer. Oh God.
You drink from the fire hose. I wanted to gussy it up, so I like gathered some stuff from outside of the building.
Here, I'll keep it. Wow.
It's like wrapping paper.
Thank you. I'll leave it here.
Straw.
I'm gonna keep that.
You
I'm gonna
should
keep
all
that straw.
stuff. I had a better idea of what to do after I made it, and it really sucks.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great. Because I'm leaving it on the desk forever.
Okay.
You know that.
Yeah. No,
Whatever
that's fine.
it
Yeah,
is.
so, it's just like.
Oh my God.
So.
It's still covered in straw. It's a rock with brains. Wow. Thank you so much. Matt, can you see that? And the braids look really nice too.
It's
They
the
look
rope,
just
and
like
it's
mine.
like-
Is that like
The
a
thought I
voodoo
had
rock?
while I was sitting over there was like, oh man, fuck. I should have dipped the ends of the braids in wax and lit all the little
Hey,
and fire.
you know, this can be a work
But
in progress. You can
I
come
think
back
it
and
is.
fuck with
I
it
really think
anytime
it
you
is, like-
want. Oh, we get to watch him work. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Weir, give it up. Man, thank you so much for being on the show. It was a pleasure talking to you. Give it up for Matt Weir one more time, everybody. All right, we did it. It's time for TRL, folks. Band, give me something. Get me over there. Let's do this. Oh, bad timing. How you guys doing out there? You having fun? It's been a good show up to this point, but now it's all going to shit because we don't know what we're gonna do. But okay. Do you guys remember any of the stuff that the crowd said we should play? Hold on, I gotta plug this.
It was John Prine. Oh, somebody said John Prine, was it? Yeah. What was that? John Prine. Whistle? So you say Black Sabbath.
Okay, yeah, I heard Black Sabbath, I heard John Prine, but the only specific song that I heard was Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Should we do that? That's an easy one. We can do that.
Sure.
It's just an E. Woody. You got this, baby. Have you ever heard this song? We'll know later. Nope. Doesn't matter. I don't know if the rest of the band knows it, but if I know it, we'll do it. Yeah, it's just ones and fours and fives, baby. In the twilight glow, I see her. Blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kissed goodbye and parted, I knew we'd never meet again. Love is like a dying ember. Only memories remain. Through the ages I'll remember. Blue eyes crying in the rain. All right, your turn, Woody. Give it up for Woody. Someday say when we meet up yonder. We'll stroll hand in hand again. In a land that knows no pardon. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Yeah, kinda. What else did you guys say? Did you say some other shit? Creed. We did it last week, motherfucker. I'm not gonna do it again. Hey, we crushed it last week, though. What else? Not butt rock. Please, not butt rock. Any other requests? Any other, We know like every fucking Taylor Swift song. We could do that. No, we don't. What's a good Randy Travis song? On the Other Hand. Okay, we'll do On the Other Hand. The band doesn't know it at all. I'm sure of this. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. No, why would I do that? Hey, someone tell me what key On the Other Hand's in. Are you're full of shit. You motherfucker. I'm gonna... Could it be in G? On one hand, I count the reasons I could stay with you. You guys know this one, right? And hold you close to me all night long. Come on, Chris, you ready? So many lovers' games I'd love to play with you. On that hand, there's no reason why it's wrong. But on the other hand, there we go. There's a golden band to remind